Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Saguaro Sanctuary, where our mission is to rescue, rehome, and eventually reintegrate Australia's most precious wildlife back into the wild. And in today's episode, we will be finishing up the night house with a small family of quokkas. So, with their sunny little smiles, their furry little bodies, and their cute little hops, let's go ahead and get into the video. Hey everyone, Simply Logical here. I hope you enjoyed that intro, and I also hope you're having a great day. But let me go ahead and get started by telling you a little bit about their backstory. So, our family of Quokkas consists of a mother named Sunny, a father named Ozzy, and their young Joey named Pip, who once lived happily on a small, secluded island off of the coast of Western Australia. Known for their friendly nature and perpetual smiles, these quokkas thrived in the island's lush underbrush, dining on native vegetation and hopping around with playful energy. However, their idyllic life took a drastic turn when an unexpected wildfire swept through the island, fueled by a combination of intense heat and dry conditions. The wildfire devastated much of the quokkas' habitat, destroying food sources and leaving them vulnerable to predators who had also lost their homes. The smoke and flames forced the quokkas to flee, becoming separated from the larger colony they once knew. Scorched and disoriented, the family found themselves in a dire situation where food was scarce and the young Joey was struggling to keep up. But fortunately for them, wildlife rescue teams, including Saguaro Sanctuary's very own, were conducting emergency evacuations and habitat assessments following the fire. While scouring the area, Saguaro Sanctuary's wildlife rescue team discovered the small family huddled together in a burned patch of vegetation. Clearly in need of help, Saguaro Sanctuary's very own rescue team stepped in, providing immediate medical care, food, and a safe environment to recover. So that's a little bit about our quokkas. They are healthy. They were not burned or injured in any way. They were a little bit disoriented, and they did have a decent amount of soot and ash on them. But they are completely healthy in every other way, and hopefully we can get them back into the wild with their very own colony soon. And as you saw in the beginning, I was finishing up the wall, and let me tell you, adding in that very last wall was so nice because, as you know, I've added in the wall as we go along with the episodes, and finally being able to fully finish the wall was very, very nice. But here I'm just going in and I create a what is implied to be an automatic gate in case the quokkas ever need to be kept indoors, or if they need to be kept outdoors for any reason whatsoever. The staff can just move them all to either the interior or the exterior and just close the gate, and that way they cannot get in or out. And I do have 3 of these gates implemented throughout the habitat. I have one obviously right here, another one over in where their backstaging area will be, and a third from the indoor habitat straight to their backstage. And then their backstage goes directly to the exterior. And for these gates, I just use I was going to try and use these square mesh panels, but I end up opting for the chain link mesh just because that's what I've used throughout the zoo and I think that looks better. And then I just take that mesh panel and I outline it with the marquee beams, and then I will take the whole entire thing, put it in a group, and move it to where it is inside of the wall. And then I will take the gutter piece and recolor that to black, and I will use that as for the top to act as if the gate actually has something to go up inside of. And I can't believe if I said this before or not, but I do have 3 of them. One from the outside to their backstage, and then one from the inside into the backstage, and then that one from the inside to the outside. And now that we are working on the terrain, I want to go ahead and tell you a little bit about future plans for this zoo, for TVEP, for new zoos that I'm thinking of doing. So this zoo obviously is, now that I have added in all of the animals for the night house. Next week will be a detailing video, meaning I'll go in with like the backstaging for the quokka, the platypus, and the kiwi, and do a little bit for the Tasmanian devil. And then I will do a staff area for the actual staff and all that kind of stuff. And then I'll probably do some signage work and all that kind of thing. So it'll be just kind of like a hodgepodge of final details for the night house. And then the week after that will be the final zoo tour. Or not the zoo tour, the night house tour. And I'm kind of thinking I may drop the night house tour on like Wednesday in the middle of the week, and then do an actual build video that Saturday. Let me know what y'all think about that down below, if y'all would like for me to do that, or if y'all would like for me to just do the zoo tour Saturday, and then the week after that we'll go back to building in TVEP. And then so those will be the next 2 videos coming out, and then we'll go into TVEP for maybe a week or 2, and then come back and work on Saguaro Sanctuary some more. Because my plan, or my goal, is to have Saguaro Sanctuary completely finished by New Year's, which that is very plausible given I only have 5 habitats left, and then some extra habitats maybe along the way. That so there's only about 7 or 8 more episodes left of TVEP, or of Saguaro Sanctuary, sorry. And so that way, come New Year's, we can start the new year with the new zoo, which I've actually already been working on because I've been dying to work on this kind of zoo for a while. So I've actually already started it, and I've actually already have a couple episodes of that zoo finished. So, but yeah, so those are the future plans. And then now I am just working on the foliage, or finishing up on the foliage. And with this, so once I got done with that foliage, I was like, I knew that the habitat was done itself. There was really no more building left that I needed to do, but the video was too short. So I went into a Discord that I'm a part of, and I asked what could I add, what can I implement to make the video longer. And Gunther from Gunther's Gaming, he mentioned that I could add in a petting area, or a petting zone. And I asked him, I was like, well, I'm not really sure how I would go about that, given the fact that I loved the idea, but I'm not the best at doing stuff like this without an actual reference photo or something. So I just went and I asked him, I was like, what, like, how would I go about doing that? And he told me, just if you have a section, then just kind of take that section, add an animal talk, and then make like a gate or something, so that way the quokkas can go in and out as they please, and it can also be closed off if there's no petting allowed that day. I was like, oh, okay. So with that in mind, I immediately thought of this section right here, because there's not much going on there. It's by the wall, so there's really nothing for the guests to be blocking during the animal talk. So I put the animal talk over in the corner, and then I'm gonna go in with the square mesh this time and outline that very similarly to how I did with the automatic gates with the marquee beams. And then I just take the marquee, because I wanted it to be a sliding gate. I at first played around with it being a swinging gate, but when it was a swinging gate, it hurt their traversable area quite a bit. So I changed my mind to do a sliding gate, and then so that way they could go in and out easier, but it also wouldn't hurt their traversable area too much. So I just take the gutter piece again and use that as the track for the sliding gate itself. And then I add in the gutter piece, end piece, whatever you want to call it, as a, I guess you could, as a stopping mechanism. And then I just I'll take the actual gate, the swinging gate, or the sliding gate, and move it up. And then I will add in the LED tube end cap pieces for wheels. That way it actually has something to go back and forth on. And then I'll take the hinge pieces and put that on the bottom of the standing gate. That way the gate itself can't go anywhere. And then that's really all I do besides go in with foliage after this, which for the foliage, all I use is the coastal pig's face, some bushes, and some other stuff. But that's really all I have for this build, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off. But before I do, I want to remind you to make sure you like and subscribe to the video. That way you won't miss the next time I post a video, but also that way you can stay up to date with all the zoos and all the stuff that we have going on. But anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.